Someone in this world is the best at playing guitar. Someone in this world is the best at playing soccer. Someone in this world is the best at math. And the person that is the best at being the best of the best, is Magnus Carlsen. And I'm going to explain why. First of all, chess players spend literally all of their time, all day, every day, from a very young age, either thinking about chess or playing chess, just non-stop, in a way that is not possible in a lot of different sports. Now, that is not, the athlete's fault in the other sports, but that is a fact. You cannot do sprints 14 hours a day and the body won't tolerate it. But even when looking at it from a normal distribution standpoint, Magnus is still the best, and I'm going to explain why. So let me switch over the camera. I'm going to use myself as an example. I won a national bench press gold, was number 1. This was in the 83 kilo class, benched 182.5, by the way. So the winner, you see, you have this pool of people. You have the winner on top, the professionals, which are the powerlifters in this case, casuals, which is everyone that trains bench press, even if you are a bodybuilder or whatever, and then you have everyone else in the country. That is of the relevant pool. So you have me, 1, that is the winner, professionals, powerlifters at this point in the 83 kilo division was 250 or so. And maybe, countrywide, all the people that train bench press, men in the 83 kilo weight class, was about 100,000. And how many men in the 83 kilo weight class were there, in the country? About 1 million. Now, of course, men class, women can most of the time compete there, so you can double the numbers, but this is not true for all of the sort of sports. So let's compare this to chess. The number 1 winner is Magnus, and Fide Players, remember that the professional category in my bench press was about 250 people. There are 360,000 active Fide Players. And the casuals, you remember the number of 100,000 from bench press, is 600 million people. And just remember that these players, chess is not a part of anything else. So while bench press is a part of bodybuilding and whatever, this is exclusive to chess. And then you have everyone else in the world, which is 8 billion people. Of course, Magnus Carlsen is not the only world champion. There are other people that are the best of the 8 million people. But chess is one, if not the most accessible and played thing of all of them. You have soccer, which comes close. But like I said, the level in soccer, while extremely high, probably number 2, possibly, is not as high in chess, because you cannot devote yourself to it as extremely or obsessively, and people don't do that in the same extent. Now, I'm not trying to rag on soccer or football, as they prefer to call it, because, like I said, it is probably the number 2 on the list, but chess is more so. Magnus Carlsen, or Magnus as is better at what he does than Usain Bolt was at sprinting. This is, I can show you the numbers and the statistics, but it's true in every way. He's better than Alexander Karelin was at wrestling. He's better at Mbappe is at soccer, and he's better at Faker is in LOL. So here are some of the levels. It is almost basically impossible for Magnus to lose to a 2400 rated player, and these players will absolutely smoke everyone else. They will basically impossibly never lose to a 2100 rated player, which in turn will smoke and destroy an 1800 rated player every single time. And these people will demolish 1500 rated players. I am not a guy. You know, I have a lot of bad things with me, bad characteristics, flaws even. But I'm not stupid. I was in Mensa. I had an excellent högskoleprovstest, equivalent to something like either 1550 or 1600. I do believe it's 1600 of an SAT score, which is the top 0.3%. And I'm not trying to brag, I'm just explaining. After like, I don't know, 6 months of chess, I got stuck at like 900 on chess.com, which is like a 700 rated Fide player. So the 1500 would smack and beat the 1200 rated player every single time, which would beat a 900 rated player every time, and me, I would win like 1 in 10 games against that 900 rated player. A 1500 rated player, Magnus has beaten, 10 people at once while blindfolded, while they play and, call out the moves. It is so insane that it is not understandable. So just take my word for it, because, look here, Hikaru Nakamura beat Beast with just a queen. So just this piece took off everyone else. Now I'm not exactly sure, because this has been calculated and stuff like that, but I'm absolutely sure that against Magnus Carlsen, he could remove all of these pieces and probably these. Maybe, I don't know, maybe these were unnecessary, and still crush me. I could begin endless amounts of time and help from 10 buddies that is as good as me, and he could have, time pressure so that he had to give a move in 10 seconds or less, and he would beat me 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000. That is not exaggerating. That is absolutely true. And still, despite all of this, despite Magnus Carlsen being the best of the best human that has ever lived, we're not talking about GOAT status right now for you that is from the chess community. I know about the Kasparov and Fischer and stuff like that, comparison to Magnus Carlsen, who is the greatest, with their influence and their innovation and stuff like that. We're not talking about the greatest, we're talking about the best. And Magnus Carlsen is for sure easily the best player of all time. And chess is a game of intelligence, and experience, learning. But it is mainly a game of decision making. That is what you do. You have a certain amount of choices and you choose the best one. And chess, while, obviously complicated, it's still a pretty simple game. You have 16 pieces at the start, and you already have this knowledge of, trained knowledge of, I don't do this. So you choose between, maybe if you know chess like I do, you choose between usually 1 to 5 options, and you try to find the best option. When I compare myself to Stockfish, which is the chess computer that is 99% perfect or better, and being a smart guy, thinking about it, looking at it, studying chess for months, I make errors all the time. Just stupid errors at this simple game. And Magnus Carlsen was, up in the clouds. It's as if, if you would go by height distribution or whatever, he would be 280 centimeters tall in how good he is at chess. It's still imperfect. In this rather simple game, the best human that we have is still not doing it perfectly. Compared to Stockfish, which is still only 99% perfect, he plays in classical chess with between 95 and 98% accuracy. And in classical chess, a lot of the moves you have quite a bit of time to. And that is a huge lesson. Because if you have me, who, pretty smart guy, decently smart, makes supreme errors all the time in this simple game, and you have the best of the best human ever still makes mistakes in this rather simple game, that means that we're all basically retarded when it comes to life. And most people don't even know how to play chess. Which means that when you listen to people give their opinions on the internet, when people talk about politics or history or psychology, they have no idea what they're talking about. 80% of people are they're more wrong than they are right. And it's so easy to seem correct in speech, right? Because you don't have Stockfish that judges your moves. So me, 30 years ago, I would believe that I'm quite good at chess. I know a lot of the tactics, different ways of playing. I have no openings. I know end games. I would believe that, damn, maybe I'll do one mistake every 10 moves. And it's not true. And when you talk about things without the measurement of Stockfish, you might believe that you are right almost all of the time. And the worst thing is, going by the Dunning-Kruger curve, the less you understand how dumb you are, the more sure of yourself you will be. And that is a great relief, because not only does this mean that, just like in chess, you can really, really practice and improve your mind and your decision making, but also yourself in every aspect, without it even being, that hard, because the discrepancy between how good you are and how good it is possible to be is so big that it's, with kind of little effort, possible to make such huge strides that it makes me really, really optimistic. And it also means that you should really stop taking yourself so seriously and stop taking other people so seriously. And don't worry about if someone sounds correct, because even if they sound correct, that might just be a sign that they're arrogant and stupid. Well, it almost is per definition, right? Because they are stupid compared to perfect play. And it also means that you don't have to judge yourself when you make mistakes, because we all make mistakes all of the time. Literally everyone is playing imperfectly. And most of us should be glad if we get half of it right. And life is just infinitely more complex than chess. Because here you have, small choices all of the time. In life, that is. Every second, should I do this? Should I do that? What should I be looking at? What should I be listening at? What should I be thinking? What should I be doing? How should I say this? How should I stand? Who should I be talking to? And what should I say? Just infinite number of choices to be made in some aspects all of the time. And we're like, well, practically, there's not that many choices. I can only do this or this or this right now. 3 choices. Well, like I said in chess, even with the 3 choices that you have narrowed it down through vast amount of experience, you're gonna get it wrong a lot of the time. And I find that comforting. I find that nice. And sometimes when you're in a great mood, you can try to optimize. Because it takes some sort of emotional stability and resilience to accept that you're doing shit wrong all the time. Yes, but it's easier to accept when you realize that that's the case for everyone. And yes, of course, in life as well. I heard someone say that there is no optimal, perfect decision making. Yes, there is. Obviously, everyone knows that. If you don't believe that, you're just trying to rationalize making stupid decisions because, everything is stupid anyway. No, it's not. We all know that. Don't do heroin. If there are bad choices that we know are bad, then by definition, there are good choices that we know are good. Anyway, I'm very happy to have shared this concept of mind with you. Have a fantastic day, everyone, and thank you to everyone that likes and subscribe. Please like and subscribe this video because I really like it, and it would make me very happy if you showed me that you also like this concept and idea. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow.